why don't we start off with the main thing, which is the chat I had with Mr. GarandThumb, which some of you might be familiar with our interactions in the past, let's say. So I found him. Well, I didn't find him. He was there. So what was it? This would have been yesterday. I knew that he had a paid booth appearance at Primary Arms from 11 to noon. So I didn't want to come in the middle of that and interrupt it. So I showed up at I think like 12:01. He was talking to a few people. He filmed a promo video for Primary Arms, which is when I snapped this picture of him. So, anyways, I hung around the booth for like 5 minutes waiting for him, and then I believe he noticed that I was there. It was him and I believe Johnny, one of the new guys that I'm not familiar with. So, anyways, he starts to leave. I kind of get in his way, shake his hand, ask him how his day is going, how the show's going, and he's like, "Good, good, good to see you, buddy." And then he walks on by. So that was the entirety of our interaction. We shook hands, said hi, and went our separate ways. So not much drama there, but yeah. However, something we do need to discuss, the biggest lie yet, the biggest scandal yet of Mr. Grantham is he is not 6'1". You may have seen that in some of his various dating apps or alleged inseminating apps. But he is not 6'1". So I'm 5'7", and Mr. Mike is barely taller than I am. He's probably 5'10", if I had to guess, with shoes on. So, yeah. Was it a lie all along? All of it? Well, actually, that kind of checks out. So, yeah, that was the entire interaction with me and Mike. Very boring. We said hi, went our separate ways. But everybody asked.
Well, I'm glad it was wholesome.
Yeah, it wasn't. Nothing bad. I didn't think anything bad would happen. I honestly didn't even think he would talk to me because he's probably been advised not to talk to me by his lawyers.
Yeah. How
dude.
sticky were his hands?
Dude, he looked kind of rough. Oh, yeah. So Magic is here. Magic I've met in person. I met him when he was passing through South Dakota. He towers over me, right? 6'3". I also met David and Hop. Yeah, David from Humble Marksman. And they're both like 6'4", 6'5", right? Towering over me, right? Mr. Grantham, basically eye to eye. So one of us is lying. That is not an edited picture. No. That Keebler Elf photo is correct. So we put that back up there. So that cameraman is quite literally mogging him in that Keebler Elf pose there as he's talking about Primary Arms. So it is quite funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So another lie, in fact, probably the most important lie of Mr. Thumb's career. Unbelievable.
Did you get any footage at all with Micah? I know that you said privately that you guys had spoken.
No, I've chatted with Micah. I ran into him the other day, and we actually had a good conversation, me and Micah, because I met him, his wife, and one of his buddies. I was with him, and we were just chatting, and he was talking about how, he was giving me some pushback, basically, and talking about how he had gotten like the shill accusation from reviewing PSA products or reviewing other things. We talked about other things in the gun industry as well, but and I told him, like, I know that people are going to get the shill accusation is going to get thrown around quite a bit, just because it's going to go too far and there's going to be some friendly fire and that sort of thing. But I would rather people be more hesitant to trust people than like super overly positive about everything, which has kind of led to where we are now. So there's going to be, good and bad things happening there. So, but we had a good conversation. We talked about some other crazy things in the gun industry because he's also had problems with certain companies out there. So, you know, it was a good conversation to have, and I'm sure we'll talk more in the future. He's a very nice gentleman. His lovely wife, great person. So